Well, our next guest is a bona fide Aussie music legend, rocking out as a member of the Angels, the Party Boys, and Ganga Jane.
Graham Buzz Bidstrup has seen it all, both on stage and behind the scenes, also working as a producer and a manager, and he's delving into those wild years in his brand new book, No Secrets, and we're delighted to say he joins us now. Buzz, welcome.
Buzz, what a legend.
Hi there.
So, how early in the book does Richard feature in these wild stories?
He's a big part, a long time. We've known each other a long time.
Should be called Plenty of Secrets.
Yeah. I mean, how did you even start to whittle down these stories for the book?
I had two lovely friends who I've known for a long time that helped me get it from 400,000 words, which is a lot of just stories I told myself, down to the book that it is now. So it was wonderful. Jen, Jewel Brown and Peter Broon. I've got to thank them very much.
So let's, like, some of these stories, I mean, you've worked with the breadth of your career is quite astounding, and where it sits in his history of Australian music. You've got Bon Scott, you get the Vandy and Young Guys, obviously the Angels, my dad. How did you? It's probably hard to see the wood for the trees at the time, but looking back on it now, did you realise what an enormous moment that was in our rock history?
I think at the time, because everyone was just so busy, and there was so much going on, that you just did it. And you didn't really think about what you were doing or who you were working with. Just fortunately, I had a lot of work, and I managed to work with a lot of people.
And you saw it all from a comfy seat behind a big drum kit.
I did.
I know. You had a great view, right?
I explained that I looked at Doc Neeson's butt for a long time, and it's kind of interesting because when you're sitting back there, you can actually see everything.
That's right.
Whereas when you're standing at the front, you really can't.
Yeah, true.
You can't see. So you're sitting at the back, you can see everything going on. You know if the band's working or not.
Yeah.
If everyone's jumping up and down at the same time, you're doing okay.
You can make him go a little bit faster
I can
too.
go faster
if you just,
That's true.
You talk in the book also about touring with David Bowie.
Yes.
What did you learn about the way he operated by working
Goodness
with
gracious. Well, just how professional he was. So every night, we saw him 8 shows, I think. So every night the show looked like it was spontaneous, but it was the same show. Right. But it looked spontaneous. And that was a good trick. And I think just the people that he had with him. You had Stevie Wonder's drummer, who paid me an amazing compliment. Because the first night he had this massive kit, 2 kick drums, 8 toms, cymbals everywhere, right? And I had a kick, a snare, and 2 toms, right? And then after the sound check, he came running after me. He said, "Hey, man, I want to talk to you about that left hand of yours, man." Because I play open hand.
Oh yeah,
right?
like Ringo.
Well, Ringo plays right-handed, but
yeah.
He said, "Yeah, I want to talk about your left hand, man." So we talked, and the next day, his drum kit was the same as mine.
Wow.
Whoa, he took everything away.
He took everything away, and he went.
Wow.
I reckon he went, if that guy's going to play with 4 drums, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you describe bands as a multi-way marriage, Did recognising that dynamic help when you moved into management and stuff later on? Because holding a band together is no easy task, right?
Very much so, and it's about when you're managing a band, obviously there are people who are power brokers, and there are people who like to have an opinion, and you have to know how to get, everyone's got to have a say, and then I guess try to please everyone, which you can't do. But it's a little balancing trick. Managing a solo artist is so much easier.
Congrats, man.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in, Buzz.
It's been a
Great
pleasure.
to have
Thanks
you
so
here. Congrats
much.
on the book. And the book, No Secrets, is out now. Check
Maybe
it
there's
out.
a couple of secrets.
Couple of
There's a few.
secrets. Well, we need another book, so you're going to hold on to a couple of them.
I can't tell all the story.
No, yeah. Not for these fees. Maybe a little bit more for half a copy.
Really no secret.